Hey everybody, Mark David here, your local home loan expert. And today I have joining me one of my team members, John Whitehead. John, can you introduce yourself?
Hi there, everybody. John Whitehead, loan officer at CMG Home Loans, of course. Very happy to be here. Very happy to work with Mark on a number of deals here recently. I live in Glendale, work primarily out of our Shorewood office, but we serve every corner of Wisconsin.
Yeah, and John, I know today we wanted to get together just to chat about a recent success story of one of the clients that we were able to serve. I know we always obviously enjoy these positive stories. Can you maybe share us a little bit about the recent gentleman that we helped?
Yeah, absolutely. Young guy, one of those where, you get the file and you see the date of birth and you're like, oh man, but had a really good job, very solid, stable income. As a young guy, just hadn't had that opportunity to save up for that big down payment, right? And down payment is a pain point for a lot of folks, but was interested in getting into home ownership. I had an acquaintance through his job that was looking to sell a home. They had gotten connected with the local realtor who was willing to facilitate the deal and make it a smooth transaction. But this young man who wanted to buy this house needed a certain type of loan product, right? Where we could look at his strong income, his strong credit score, and we could help him out with the down payment piece. And so it was just finding the right loan product to fit his needs.
Yeah, and if I recall, I think one of the other reasons why his real estate agent really got him connected with our team was regarding the finding and matching that right program because right, didn't he do some research prior to getting connected to us, the client?
Yeah, he had been looking around at some kind of small community banks up in the Fond du Lac area, and they weren't able to help him. It wasn't that he had a bad loan file, but they just didn't have the products, the flexibility to get this young man what he needed. And the realtor reached out to us, and we took a look at it and said, "Oh, weed all day, perfect." And we were able to set that up for him and got him into home ownership at a young age with very little down, very little money up front. And he's thrilled, and we were thrilled to help him, and worked out great.
Yeah, and I think just to expand a little bit more on the loan program solution that we did for him, because I think what we oftentimes hear from the clients we're serving and even real estate agents is with this particular scenario with him purchasing that property from a coworker, there also was a little bit of a need for our efficient timeline that we operate on that was not a real positive response. I think when he checked in with these other community banks, that when he said, hey, can you make this happen in under or 25 days or something like that, a lot of the places said no way, right? Then they want like 45 or 60 days. Wasn't that part of?
Yeah, this is really a great example of the combination of we have the right loan product, and then also on our operations side, we can get things done quickly and efficiently, right? And so we're a correspondent lender for WIDA. We're able to underwrite those files. And so we were able to get it done much more smoothly, much more efficiently. And so not only did we get him the right loan product, not only did we get him into homeownership at the right price in terms of upfront costs, but then also we were able to get it done on time in a way that worked out for both the buyer and the seller.
Yeah. And just to expand more though on the benefits of specifically the WIDA program, which I will say usually it's the right fit for right scenarios, of course. But I know you mentioned there was limited money out of pocket is one of the benefits, and that's done. Can you explain that, how we were able to structure that?
Yep. But in this example, it was 97% loan to value, so 3% down, right? But then we were actually able to do, I think we ended up doing a 6% down payment assistance secondary loan. So when we closed his loan, it's actually two loans. His primary loan for the 97% value of the property. And then there was also this 6% down payment assistance loan. So his 3% down payment was covered, and we were able to cover up to 3% of the purchase price, those closing costs, right? And so at the end of the day, he was able to easily afford the cash up front that we needed to close the deal. So really, he financed 103% of the purchase price to get him into home ownership and have that opportunity to build equity. As we see here, another competitive year, home prices are likely to go up. That young man is now going to get more than his money back in terms of increasing equity of his property because we were able to get him into home ownership with this loan program.
Yeah, and I know a common response that we hear when people hear, "Oh my gosh, why would you guys put somebody into a program or match them with a program where they are in that equity position like that?" But you hit it right on the head that the upside potential of real estate, even in worse times in the United States, is, if you look back historically, even going back like literally almost 100 years now, is still 2% on average would be worst case scenario. So even if you had a worst case for the next 10 years, that would mean somebody is going to actually accumulate 20% equity over the course of a 10-year period of time, which is really the typical duration of time that most people own real estate. Anyways, I think, yeah, with this strategy was great for this person. The other even bigger benefit, I think, which is phenomenal, and that comes with it being a state bond program, is the fact of the interest rate is heavily discounted, right, in this case?
Oh, yeah, it was more than a full point below market rate. So he got a phenomenal interest rate because of the program that we used and his credit score, how he was able to qualify. So he was very happy with the rate. We certainly beat, again, the traditional market rates. And he had the foresight to understand, credit to this young man, that, yeah, he could easily afford the payments. They made sense within his budget, right? We made sure that it was the right thing for him to do. And yeah, as you said, that opportunity to build equity. We look at the Milwaukee metropolitan area, you look at average home sale price over the last year, and all those folks who sat on the sidelines and said, no, I'm going to wait for those rates to go down. While you were waiting, you missed out on average 30 grand in equity.
Yeah.
That young man now is going to be able to take advantage of that.
Yeah, for sure. I will say too, because I know we just covered a lot of stuff here in the couple of minutes we've been chatting. With this scenario, we would definitely encourage others that might be listening or watching this to be on the up and up, to know that we not only have this program, we have a lot of different phenomenal programs that help these kind of scenarios, but also all sorts of different home buyer opportunities. And some of them are geared towards first-time home buyers. Some of them are grant programs. Some are down payment assistant programs like this or others. So we have a huge menu of choices for people. Other than that, John, I don't know, do you have anything else to add in regards to this success story that we had?
Mark, I think you hit the nail on the head. We at CMG understand that with increasing home prices, the pain point for a lot of folks that's keeping them out of home ownership is that down payment upfront cost. And so we really have a range of options. Grant programs, our home funded crowdsourcing program, a couple different down payment assistance secondary loan programs that we're using for folks to get people into home ownership, to get them into that opportunity to have stability and to build equity with very little money up front. And that's something that I'm really proud of and we love to do. It can change the trajectory of a lot of folks' financial lives, and we're just thrilled to be a part of that.
Yeah, we like helping people create wealth with real estate. Yeah, again, great chatting today, John. For those of you that might be listening and watching this, definitely connect us with people that you might know that might have a need like what we're talking about here today. And we'd be happy to have conversations with those types of situations of individuals. Thank you all for listening. Definitely comment or message us if you want more information on anything that we covered here today. So have an amazing day. Thank you.
Thanks, everyone. Bye-bye.